Hi everyone, Charlotte here from New Zealand Shores. Just giving a quick recap on the latest announcement from Immigration New Zealand, which came through last week. They have announced that the vast majority of partners of accredited employer work visa holders will again be able to have open work rights on their visas. So for about the last 12 months, we've had a situation where partners of accredited employer work visa holders, in most cases, have been granted partnership work visas which have conditions. And the condition was that most of those people also had to work for an accredited employer, and they also had to be paid a median wage. This was creating a bit of difficulty across new migrants because some partners were finding it hard to actually find employers that were happy to meet those conditions. So there's been a large number of people who have been struggling to find employment as partners after they've arrived, and the government was very much aware of that. So they've gone and made changes to make everything a little bit easier and to make New Zealand a much more attractive destination for migrants. So from the 2nd of December, they have announced that partners of accredited employer work visa holders will also be able to get open work visas, providing they meet criteria which is actually very easy to meet. So first off, what is an open work visa? An open work visa means you have no conditions attached to who you can work for or the type of work you can do, how many hours you work. So it does allow anyone to work for any employer in any location, in any occupation for as little or as many hours per week as they like. And it does also allow you to be self-employed. So you can start a business in New Zealand if you're the partner of an AEWV holder, or you can go contracting if that's what you desire. So it does make it quite a bit easier for you to be able to obtain work in New Zealand moving forward, which is great. The eligibility criteria, as I mentioned, is actually quite easy to meet. So if you are working in an NSCO skill level 1 to 3 and you're earning $25.29 per hour or higher, your partner is able to obtain an open work visa. If you are applying for extensions on your visas and your partner currently holds an AEWV, you will also be able to obtain open work rights, providing you are being paid $25.29 per hour or higher. So those two are really easy to meet. Where it does get a little bit more complicated is our workers who are in those NSCO skill level 4 to 5 roles. So anyone in an NSCO level 4 to 5 role who is paid 1.5 times the median wage, their partners are also able to get open work rights. And that does also put you on a path to residence as a bonus, which is great. Anyone on the green list in an NSCO skill level 4 to 5 role who's earning $31.61 per hour or higher, their partners are also able to get open work rights. Really important to check what your employment agreement states or what your current pay rate is with your employer if you're on a NSCO skill level 4 to 5 role on the green list, because not everyone will necessarily be at that pay rate if they're already in New Zealand. So really important to check and perhaps negotiate with your employer if they're open to do so, just to bump you up to that rate to allow your partner to also have those open work rights. Partners are people in our sector agreements, so industries, so that's the care workforce and the transport sector. If they're also earning $25.29 per hour or higher, then their partners are able to get open work rights. This one's really important because up until now, people coming in under those sectors, their partners were only able to obtain visitor visas and they were having to obtain work visas in their own right. So that was actually creating quite a bit of hardship in that space and making it harder for those families to migrate. And it was also making New Zealand less attractive as a destination for those workers we so critically need. So that's been a really good change that we've seen and should hopefully make it a bit easier for you and your family to migrate. If you're already in New Zealand on a partnership work visa and that partnership work visa was granted with conditions, or even if you have recently applied for that partnership work visa and it's approved before the 2nd of December, you will still be given conditions. But what you can do is apply for what we call a variation of conditions, and that can be submitted from the 2nd of December. And what that variation of conditions application will do is it will remove those conditions and grant you an open work visa. There is an immigration fee attached to that, and there will be some supporting documentation required just to demonstrate you meet the criteria, but it will process in roughly about 2 to 3 weeks, which is actually very quick. So it won't be too long until you can get those conditions removed from your visas. If you are already in New Zealand and working with New Zealand Shores, or you're working with New Zealand Shores and your application is in process, please do reach out to your dedicated advisor, because they will be able to give you advice on what the next best step is for you, and if you are eligible to get that open partnership work visa, and they'll be able to guide you through that process. If you aren't already working with New Zealand Shores and you're interested in doing so to get some help with that variation of conditions, or even the partnership work visa as a whole, please do reach out. We've got our email address and phone number listed there. We'd love to help you, and we'd love to hear from you. So please do drop us a line and we will be in touch soon. Thanks everyone. Catch you soon. Bye.